Multiple safes broken into, drawers ripped open, closets ransacked, boxes of...
What the feds just uncovered in Floyd Mayweather's house is terrifying. They're going after Floyd Mayweather's bag. Remember the brother that walked around with $100 million check in his bag, said he ain't even got to cash it? Well, they on his line.
I think he got to right now because the money gone. So the money...
In a shocking new report, the FBI has discovered what is being called a $420 million scam involving Floyd Money Mayweather. When agents searched his Las Vegas mansion, they found proof of major financial cheating, fake investment deals, and questionable overseas bank accounts which shook the very core of the retired boxing great wealthy empire. But what really made this scandal blow up online was ESPN biggest name Stephen A. Smith giving an emotional, honest, and very direct response that summed up how everyone felt.
You know, the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, you know, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these, Tori.
I haven't seen these?
No.
Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, and
Federal officers raided Mayweather's multi-million-dollar home in Las Vegas. News quickly came out that the search was part of a wider probe into a complicated money scheme involving fake companies, crypto washing, and false investment projects said to be tied to Mayweather's close team.
Hey, what's up everybody? So check it out, this morning I was walking through Beverly Hills and I passed by Floyd Mayweather's $30 million mansion. It's over 15,000 square feet with 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, resort-style backyard.
Even though Mayweather has always shown off his money team way of life with private jets, Bugattis, diamond jewelry, and stacks of cash, federal agents now think that some of this wealth might have been built or kept up through illegal methods. Surprisingly, some papers hint that Mayweather may have either purposely put money into or been used as the image for investment scams that cheated thousands of people, especially in foreign markets.
Showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Stephen A. Smith has seen up close the rich lifestyle that Floyd Mayweather enjoys, including his mansion, high-end cars, and private plane. Smith knows very well how financially successful Floyd has been. Because he has witnessed the results of Floyd's hard work and his experience with Floyd wealth gives Smith a strong grasp of the money empire Mayweather has created, which provides a rare viewpoint on the athlete's skill for business and handling money.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
1 point. That is sick, dude.
Wow. You gotta show them what he's saying.
Money green.
No,
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. One of one piece.
One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
It's a one of one. I love that.
Stephen A. Smith's strong reaction comes from the fact that he has actually been to Floyd Mayweather mansion before. In past interviews and shows, Smith described Mayweather House as a symbol of success and proof of what one person can achieve with skill, hard work, and building a brand.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, I'm gonna embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me.
But once Mayweather moved into a different stage of his career, the exhibition matches. After retiring, Mayweather came back to the ring not for his legacy but clearly for cash. His fight with Logan Paul is a clear example. Stephen A. openly spoke against this decision, saying the matchup had no real competition. Logan Paul, a YouTuber turned part-time boxer, was not a true test for Mayweather. For someone who once ruled the sport, taking a fight like that only screamed money grab, not excellence.
Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me
Yes.
are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3.1.
And you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right.
I just think when Floyd Mayweather was asked about Logan Paul claims of unpaid money while on the Pivot podcast, he tried to ignore the question. He told the interviewer he liked YouTube and said the payment was just late, adding that money takes time to arrive. Mayweather's answer seemed like he was avoiding the truth, as he tried to make the situation seem like a small delay instead of a problem of not paying what he owes. Logan Paul says you owe some bread.
Not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago. And for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor. Not so much the one with Logan Paul. Look at it, these exhibitions and all of that stuff. That little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
New reports have raised doubts about Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s claim that he bought a $42 million group of 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Despite Mayweather public statements and social media posts saying he owns these properties, fully investigations show a different story. In a video on Instagram, Mayweather showed off several apartment buildings and said all the buildings belong to me. I do not have any partners. But property records looked at by Business Insider show that ownership of these buildings has not changed.
Brad, how you feel about someone making those type of accusations?
That comes with the territory.
Right.
And you got to realize, when you used to getting, to them, that's real money. And I like YouTube because I don't mind getting a YouTube check.
Shit, we getting a YouTube check.
Right.
This is going to be a big YouTube check.
Yeah, so, the money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while, And he shouldn't trip. If he feel like he done great numbers and we done record-breaking numbers, then I understand. Nothing comes right away. Just like I'm still collecting checks from fights 7 or 8 years ago. I'm still collecting checks. Why? Because I made smart moves and I'm my own boss. So they hate when the tables turn. Right. Look how many years they've been owing us money. But we don't never trip. So now when the tables turn, they say, oh, you owe us something.
Mayweather Jr. recently responded to rumors that his $42 million real estate deal had caused him money problems. He said he bought 62 buildings in Manhattan on his own and stated, I used my own money and no one else is involved in this.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand, as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares.
But property records checked by Business Insider show that ownership of these buildings has not changed, which suggests Mayweather may have only bought a small share with chances to grow it later. This difference has created questions about how true his claims are and whether he was misled or is leaving out facts about the deal. Mayweather Jr., who is known as the highest-paid boxer in history, built huge wealth through his undefeated career and smart self-promotion. After retiring in 2017, he kept living a rich lifestyle, buying luxury properties and items. But reports have come out saying Mayweather faced serious money problems, especially a $22.2 million debt to the IRS for unpaid taxes from 2015. This money trouble played a big part in why he decided to return to the ring for big exhibition fights.
Yes, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright. In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely reported, the exact details and confirmation of ownership are still subject to verification. So even ChatGPT is saying, like, that's not official. Whether Mayweather is saying it or not, ChatGPT is saying it's not official. That deal has not gone through.
Stephen A. Smith said Floyd Money Mayweather until recently did not have any money. So Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after earning a fortune, he retired in 2017. But he dug himself into a hole after making super costly buys like this LA mansion. It got so bad that he owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which forced him to come out of retirement to pay it back. Like and follow for more. Stephen A. Smith has often said he is uneasy with Floyd Mayweather Jr. post-retirement exhibition fights. While he agreed that the fight with Conor McGregor made sense because of McGregor's background in combat sports, Smith criticized later exhibitions against weaker opponents. He said these fights, which seemed to chase easy money, could hurt Mayweather's well-earned legacy.
Up until recently didn't have any money. So Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for...
In an honest interview, Smith directly asked Mayweather about what matters more to him, his legacy or making money. Mayweather answers, which often pointed to his business skills and ability to earn revenue, made Smith and others feel that his focus had moved from protecting his boxing reputation to piling up more cash.
Nobody the third having any real kind of boxing background. I did not see the fight, although I heard he lost every round and Floyd Money Mayweather was whipping him pretty good. I was not there. I did not see it. I do not know. Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it. John Gotti III, I don't know anything about him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. And yes, I'm being smart. I'm not trying to disrespect the grandson of a mobster. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is this. When you're great, when you're elite, not just anybody deserves to be in your pristine space. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about on the street or anything like that. Boxing is your thing.
Making the situation even worse, former UFC fighter and commentator Chael Sonnen shared a troubling fact. He said the Mayweather versus McGregor fight was not as big a money success as it seemed. According to Sonnen, many of the empty seats were just filled with people dressed up to make it look like the event was sold out. As someone who reported on the fight live, he exposed the trick created by Mayweather public relations team.
You made money. You're going to make a hell of a lot more money.
But the main thing is I made smart investments, and I still make millions every month.
Do you care about your boxing legacy?
More than what?
We ain't gonna say more than money. We know better. We're not gonna say more than money. We know better.
More than my family? No. So what's more important? My children. Because when I make this money, you know what? I put my children and my family in a position that they are entrepreneurs. They are bosses. I don't want my kids to have to answer to nobody. So I will take the long road. I will take the bumps and the bruises for them, but for my loved ones.
But Fear, it's important to point this out about you. You're not just that way when it comes to your family and your children. You're that way with professional athletes. I know NBA players that have relationships with you. Professional football players that have relationships with you, etc. And the same thing that you just said that you preach to your children and your family, you've been preaching to them. That seems to be a personal mission of yours. Why?
It's about giving back. You know, I don't have to go on record and talk about the things that I do. I don't have to.
Even in an interview with Stephen A. Smith, Mayweather was asked if he cared more about his legacy or his money. Mayweather, who is very well known for his money-focused image, said he had made over $800 million in his career, but insisted that his main goal had always been to build up his wealth.
He's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why? Why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer.
All right, everyone. Stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.